Dimension Videos.
A little girl was walking down the street one day. She was blind and couldn't see where she was going. She walked and walked until she got lost. She had been walking for so long that her legs started to hurt. It sounded like the piano was playing pictures in her head. She stopped outside the window and listened intently. She was so focused on her music that she didn't notice the girl outside the window. The girl stood there, mesmerized by the sound of the piano, until the last note faded away. The lady was taken aback by the girl's question, but she nodded her head and smiled. "Of course you can." The girl's fingers danced across the keys as she played a few notes. Then she stopped and looked at the lady with big, innocent eyes and said, "I wasn't to be a famous piano player." A few years later, people were amazed by her talent, and many wondered how she could play so well without being able to see. After one of her concerts, a reporter approached her and asked, "How can you play the piano better than anyone else? You can't even see the keyboard." The girl smiled mysteriously and replied, "It's easy. All you need is a good teacher." She then turned and looked at the lady who was sitting in the audience. "And I had the best teacher anyone could ask for," she said with a grateful smile. She had only wanted to help a blind girl who loved music, but she had no idea that her student would become such a famous pianist. As the girl approached her, she hugged her tightly and whispered, "Thank you for everything, teacher." The lady returned the hug and said, "You don't have to thank me. It was my pleasure." Finally, she felt like she had a purpose. And so the lady began teaching the girl how to play the piano. Every day the girl would come over and they would practice for hours. The girl was a natural and she quickly learned how to read sheet music. She practiced diligently and her hard work paid off. The lady was so glad she could pass down her skills to this talented young girl. The girl looked up at her and said, "I want to play the most beautiful music in the concert." The first concert was nerve-wracking, but once the music started, the girl's nervousness vanished. She played beautifully and the audience loved it. They applauded and cheered, and the girl took a bow. "Would you mind if I came in and sat down for a while?" The lady was moved by the girl's request and immediately invited her in. She wanted to play a new piece for her teacher, and this was the song that the girl heard the teacher play. As the girl sat down on a chair, she turned to the piano and asked, "May I touch it?" The lady felt a surge of maternal love towards the blind girl and replied, "I would love you to." Soon she was playing so well that the lady thought she was ready to perform this song in public. From then on, she performed all across the world and always brought her teacher with her.
Are you enjoying the music in these stories? The Dimension soundtrack, out now.